Johnny581 here, another episode of Box Breakers, and I'm very happy. Today the hobby boxes were supposed to be out for WWE Heritage 2012. I didn't realize the retail would be out, but I figured let me take a look, because the last time this happened too. Went into Walmart, they had about 4 blaster boxes and 1 box of the rack packs that was already picked through. I didn't get any of the rack packs, I just grabbed 2 of these. And I also went to Toys R Us, which the prices were ridiculous. They went to like $27 for these, and they're 20. And I think even Target's version of these actually say $19.99 printed on there, and their rack packs for like $1.50 more. Like they went at 6 and change instead of $5. I didn't get anything at Toys R Us. Target hadn't put them out yet, so the next few days they should be hitting everywhere. So what we have here, very similar to WWE 2012. We got 7 packs and 1 guaranteed relic, whether it be a t-shirt or a WrestleMania mat. And I have not looked at these cards yet online. I don't know much about them. I know there's a lot of inserts, and they're done in the original 1986 top style. So it should be a really fun set. The Heritage cards are awesome. They're some of the best WWE cards that Topps has ever done. But for some reason, after those first 4 sets, they backed off of them. I'm glad they brought them back. Hopefully this makes up for the not-so-great product of the last year and a half that Topps has made. Maybe even the last 2 years at this point. Anyway, let's see what we get. I don't believe I have any shot whatsoever of getting an autograph. But if I bought a hobby box, I might not get an autograph either, because they're pulling the same crap again where you're guaranteed 2 hits, whatever that may or may not be. I'll probably end up getting a hobby box anyway. Oh yeah, and on the box here we got Andre the Giant, John Cena, Andre the Giant again, and somebody up here who, I don't know, maybe I've just had a very long day. I can't identify which diva that is. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just can't right now, so whoops. Unlike the 2012 cards, it doesn't look like each retailer is getting their own foil parallel, which I'm happy with. Seemed a little excessive. I know some people like them. Alright, so not quite wax packs, but they are done in the more traditional style. So we have Andre the Giant with the belt, which he never really truly held because it was taken off of him immediately after the whole DiBiase Hogan angle. But 1988 was awesome, and that Saturday night's main event is great. WrestleMania 4 tournament was great, so I'm happy. I'm also impatient right now, so I'm going to go right to the guaranteed hit. And it is a CM Punk t-shirt relic. What it looks like here, Topps is doing like they did with the 2012. They're taking the regular card and essentially just putting the shirt inside of it, so it's a little thicker, and more or less it's a parallel of the actual card instead of a unique photo like they used to do. A little lazy. The cards look cool, just the design alone, and on the back have the very old style cardboard backing. I'm very happy. So these are not numbered. Didn't expect them to be. Very happy with CM Punk. Now, let's see what we get here. I know there's Legends cards, there's the Jerry Lawler art cards from the last set. I think the originals were in the last set and the print cards are in here. So these look just like the original cards. Now, I'm not going to go through the front and back of all of them, but here's Eve. And on the back, it's just like the original cards that used to be 25 cents a pack with a stale piece of gum and some sticker puzzle cards. I don't know what we're getting here. It says there's 9 cards in each pack. And I said that 86 earlier, I meant the 85 cards. So this is really cool because I used to remember going to the newsstand to pick them up. And wow, it's stuck together. Sorry about this, guys. Alright, so here's Big John Studd, legend, no longer with us. So there's 110 base cards. Okay. So they're mixing up the legends. So the classics have the old style logo without the F, and the modern people have the scratch logo without the F. So here's Gorilla Monsoon, another person who's no longer with us. One of my all-time favorites, Jake the Snake. And again, the backs are all similar. There's very basic information, which is sometimes all you need. Another legend, we got Harley Race. It's funny here, we have Kevin Nash as if he's on the current roster, but he hasn't been on in over a year. I think Diesel as a legend would have been cooler, but still cool. Another one of my absolute all-time favorites. Another guy who's not with us. Wow, this whole pack is crazy. You got Brian Pillman, way ahead of his time. Oh, this is going to be great. Okay, so we have a Doink the Clown sticker, which is great. And on the back, there are puzzles, just like the old days. We got $1 Million Man. The original set had Hulk Hogan puzzles, and that was cool. But alright. So now we have... This is confusing. So we have Wade Barrett's finisher for Wasteland. Yeah, I don't know. It says Tag Teams, Andre the Giant, Allen and Ginter, stickers, Superstar Speak, Family History, Lawler portraits. I don't know, but this says 46 out of 55, so I don't know if there's a... It says Ringside Action on the back. I guess it's another subset. I don't know if it's going to be all the finishers or not. But right now, before I move forward, I want to do a little experiment and see out of this pack of 9 cards. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 9 here. I want to see how many people are no longer with us, which is sad. Alright. So, 1/3 of the pack no longer with us. Just interesting. Varying ages when they departed, but it's still interesting. It's sad as a lifelong fan. Alright. So now we got AJ, Kaitlyn, Randy Orton, Zack Ryder, who this week actually had a full entrance and wasn't just magically in the ring getting destroyed in a 1-minute match after the commercial break. Stone Cold, interesting, on the active roster, the way it's laid out as opposed to a legend. Dino Machino as a legend. Kama Mustafa, the Supreme Fighting Machine, and 50 other gimmicks. Charles Wright is very talented. I miss his entertainment. He'll show up maybe once every couple of years as the Godfather still, but Charles Wright, very underrated. Good tough guy character no matter what he played. So here's the Andre the Giant tribute set. There's 10 cards from here. So here's a younger Andre with his longer hair. More ringside action is Dream Street. So I'm guessing they're probably going to be finishers. I don't know. This is 86 out of 55, so I don't know what's going on. These cards are very nice. Totally what I would want in a wrestling set. Plus the nostalgia factor. So we got Terry Funk. Oh, this is interesting. Alright, so we have Rick Rude, no longer with us, and one of his best friends, Mr. Perfect, also no longer with us. Funny how they were back to back. 2 of my absolute favorites. Triple H, Rosa Mendez, Mark Henry, who's been out of action for, it feels like a year already. I hope he's ready to come back. I do like Mark Henry. Chris Jericho, another guy, I hope he comes back. Alright, so Superstar Speak. This is Mr. Fuji talking about Yokozuna. These remind me of the original cards, which had the television frame, and on the back, if I'm not mistaken, they had Mean Gene interviewing somebody with a couple of quick captions. More ringside action. This one's Kamala on Kimchi, so this is cool. Kamala just recently lost his legs. He's a nice guy in real life, if anyone's ever been lucky enough to meet him. And he has some music albums out there if you're into his style. He can sing. Berto Del Rio, Jerry Lawler, $1 Million Man, ironically filed by IRS. That's great. Money Incorporated. We got Bushwhacker Luke, the late Big Boss Man. It's too many people not around anymore in the set. It's all these iconic legends that I grew up with. Shawn Michaels. It's interesting how they chose a double shot here. Fable Tag Teams. We have Nikolai and the Iron Sheik, who were the un-Americans of the early 80s, Iran and Soviet Union, managed by Freddie Blassie. Which is funny, on the bottom they only have Nikolai and Freddie Blassie. I wonder why they did it like that. But all legends right here. And we have the British Bulldog running Power Slam with his mid-90s stringy hair. Another legend, Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Really nice guy, Paul Bearer. Tom Pritchard, I'm glad they gave him a card. I'm surprised they did, actually, considering he's not with the company anymore. Got Brodus Clay, who went from being on the fast track to just being a Santino-type goof. I wonder what happened. Got one of my current favorites, Daniel Bryan. Natalia, one of the girls who could actually wrestle, who never does. Got Living Legend, The Undertaker. So stickers are not in every pack. This is going to be very hard to get. Alright, so we have here Rick Rude and Roddy Piper. Yep, Rick Rude and Roddy Piper. And on the back, it's a yellow border. I forgot if DiBiase was a yellow border or not. Wonder how many different puzzles there are. Got one of my other all-time favorites. I do have a lot of favorites. Arn Anderson. So here's a Spinebuster that he's very well known for. Andre the Giant. Freddie Blassie, whose wife is currently suing some store for tripping right now. Another really nice guy, The Fink. Michael P.S. Hayes from probably about 25 years ago. At least it appears that way. Another icon, Sergeant Slaughter. The late Yokozuna. Dusty Rhodes in polka dots, the red ones, not his yellow ones that he wore last year of his run. Andre the Giant tribute set, number 6 of 10. This is from the Saturday Night's Main Event controversy, and this is the image that they used for the wrapper, which compared right here. Pretty cool. And I got a parallel of Kama Mustafa, the Supreme Fighting Machine. I don't know the odds of these or not. Good old JR. Cactus Jack, who I used to love watching. Is this yeah, this looks like 1991-ish WCW. Maybe I'm off by a year when they were feuding and Cactus Jack got powerbombed on the floor without the mats, and they did that whole weird story when he was homeless, but the cameras happened to know where he was, and I don't know. WCW. Sin Cara. Kofi Kingston. CM Punk, and just to show what I meant earlier, I'm screwing this up with the camera. So you have pretty much the same card, they just put the shirt in there. Oksana, I'm not sure why they broke her and Antonio Cesaro up, I like that duo. John Cena. WrestleMania 9, Jim Ross's debut in a toga. One of the most devastating finishers, ravishing Rick Rude's Rude Awakening. Alright, that was box 1. Let's keep going here. See what we get. I wonder what the WrestleMania mats are going to look like. I can't seem to get this open. Ah, there we go. Whoops, I ripped it. Oh well. Hopefully I get a WrestleMania mat. I'm just curious if they're going for like the really old WrestleMania look. And I got not a WrestleMania mat, but I got a Sheamus solid color t-shirt. Not bad. I mean, I got two guys that I like. Would have been nice for multicolors or the WrestleMania mat. Alright, this pack looks identical to whatever. Oh, not completely identical, because we got classic tag teams, the Rock and Sock Connection. Although it's funny how they're using pictures of them when they weren't actually the Rock and Sock Connection. I don't get that one. Sometimes I wonder. Like, Topps does some really bonehead things. Okay, seen all these. Okay, we got Coco Beware puzzle and another yellow border puzzle. Okay, so far we got a lot of doubles. I think it's going to take over over a box hobby retail. There's enough cards in here to really... Oh, and they're back-to-back again, but it's a different order. Okay. Just always observing how things get dropped. Alright. Andre the Giant Tribute, the 1987 Survivor Series, which was the first Survivor Series. One of the coolest with all the teams they had. Arn Anderson again. Alright, I'm getting a lot of doubles here. This is crazy. There were only, I think, 3 or 4 of these on the shelf, and of course, yeah, these are the same packs, like the same order with DiBiase, IRS, Superfly. Yeah, boy. Oh well, I'll have trading fodder. And just like the original cards, we have classic Freddie Blassie as the Ayatollah with the Iron Cheek. You pencil that geek. I think there's a crap load of inserts here, which would be very difficult to complete. And the inserts are some of the cooler cards. Oh man. Okay, so we got Trish Stratus, Tobacco Size, Allen and Ginter, very cool. He's going to be hard to get as well. Not sure how many of them there actually are. Rock Bottom Finisher. Kind of crappy that I got pretty much almost all the same cards already. Out of 110 base cards, I now have I have doubles and triples. It's great. Alright, we got Dude Love with a red border corner. Not sure who that's going to be. Rey Mysterio 619. So each of these packs from my second blaster, I'm making a mess, has only had 1 or 2 new cards. Went through this a lot quicker. This is my last pack already? That doesn't seem right. Wow, these are all the same cards. Except for in this one we have Lillian, and here we have the epic entrance, Bobby Heenan and Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3, main eventing against Hulk Hogan. Classic as can be. And card number 7 of 10 of Jerry Lawler sketches, or however he is on this. I don't know if they're all black and white or some might be color. Here's Santino. Don't know if this is one of the ones that were in 2012, and I'm not sure how many. I don't know if maybe he only did 10. I'm not really sure on how the odds of those. I don't know anyone who found it. But it's pretty cool. The inserts are definitely worth chasing down. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm sure I'm going to buy more of these. Hope this helped give a sample of the cards. So the 2 main hits were these 2 relics, and then I got a few inserts. Not bad. Thank you very much for watching. Thought I would have had more packs, but I guess I went kind of quick. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the other videos. Thank you again.